Good morning. I'm here with Trey. Trey, you're looking a little bit different today. Oh, that's not Trey. That's my daughter, Judi. Judi and I are actually going to go hike the Hurricane Canal this morning with the group of people for our town celebration called Peach Days in Hurricane, Utah. And the hike we're going to do is the Hurricane Canal hike. The hike, the Hurricane Canal, a little history lesson here, was built starting in 1893, and it was completed in 1904. So it took 11 years to build a 7.5 mile long canal for water to be taken out of the Virgin River to be able to farm this whole area. So it's really a cool undertaking when you think about it. When people dug the canal with just shovels, picks, wheelbarrows, sometimes they used dynamite to blow up rocks that they couldn't dig through. And there are 12 caves where the water actually went through the mountainside, and there are 6 flumes where they built basically like ways for the water to get from place to place over like a canyon or something like that. So and we're going to be walking across those, a lot of them today, so crawling through tunnels, and we'll show you what it looks like. But we're heading to the Hurricane Hill trailhead to park our car, and then we're going to be shuttled to the start of the hike. So it's kind of a 2-car type of thing where you get dropped off one place and then you hike around and back to your car. So there'll be a little bit of a group of people today, but we're looking forward to looking at some history, and hopefully you are too. And Judi and I made it to the Hurricane Hill trailhead. You can see the sun's just starting to come up kind of behind us. Real pretty morning. But this is the little parking area right off the main highway. There's a big cell tower. That's a good way to recognize it. You can see that up there. You ready to do this, Jude?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we are going to go over with our group, which is kind of right over here, and get shuttled to the next place where we start the hike. All right, we are at the Virgin Dam trailhead now. So we've been transported in these cool little vehicles. The white one there is the one that Judi and I took. And look at the cool sunrise behind us. That's a nice sunrise. But I'll take you over, and this is where the trailhead starts. It's just kind of, you can see the canyon. It's right down there. That's where the Virgin River is. And Jude, you excited for this morning?
I guess so. We'll have to see how it turns out.
All right, now I'll go over to the sign so you guys can see what the sign looks like. But pretty sunrise this morning. That's where we are right there. We'll be hiking along here till we get to right there. That's where we started. That's not where we started, that's where our car's parked. So from there to there. Zion Jeep Tours helped us out. That's the vehicle that we came up the road in. The road to get here, we were on Sheep Ridge Road, which is a pretty well improved dirt road for about 3 miles. And from there we took this dirt road that you can see right here. It's a little bit less well improved. I still think a 2-wheel drive vehicle could probably make it, but there are some pretty rough spots where you're going like 5 miles an hour, really slow through it. So you have to be careful on this one. And we were on this for probably the same amount of time, about 3 minutes as well. Here comes another vehicle that got us to our spot. But yeah, this is again the trailhead for the Virgin Dam Trail. We'll be descending down into the river, and then we'll be at the end hiking back up to our car. But and then we'll be hiking along the canal the whole way from when we get down till when we get back up. You ready, Jude?
Oh yeah, I'm so ready.
All
Let's do
right,
it.
here we go. What do you think, Jude, so far?
Pretty fun, right?
We're just on the downhill portion right now, heading down to the river, the Virgin River, where we're gonna...
There's like a cave down there.
Oh yeah, look at that down there. We're gonna catch up with the canal and then hike along the canal. We're just about down to the river level. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer. The trail is really well maintained, easy to follow. There are some drop-offs that you've seen, and it's kind of, there can be some loose rock, which can cause a couple slips. I haven't had any trouble, but I've heard a few people slip a couple times. But we're just about down. the river. Right there. Well, we've made it down to the river, and we're just kind of waiting for a few stragglers to make it down with us. You can see the river behind us. What have you thought so far?
It's been pretty hard, but for now, it's pretty good. So
Pretty hard?
Fun and hard.
And pretty much all downhill from this spot so far. And then here's a look at the upriver canyon right there. And we're gonna be heading in that direction. You can see the trail right here. Follow the canal. Canal being just right down there, going across that way. There's some rock fall, obviously, that's fallen in. Now, they haven't used the canal since the late 1980s, but it's still a fun piece of history to be able to hike it. There's a little bit of a slight scrambling section that Judi and I just went through. Is actually really cool.
Big caves and trees and stuff.
Judi could see some caves and really fun areas, but now we're just on a little trail. This is actually inside the canal. There's the edge of the canal. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but you can see there's some rock work that's been done right there. But this is where the water used to flow to get to Hurricane. And we're hiking through it right now. Here's one of the water diversion areas where if it got too full, they could let some water out. Right here. Should get up here and show you. This right here is a little diversion area where they let water out. Hiking along the canal bank. So the river on the right and the canal over here on the left, and the trail just goes right along the right bank of the canal. And we heading all the way. Hurricane Canal starts right down there. It's a little bit shorter than the Hurricane Canal, but it goes along the other bench over on that side of the canyon. So the Hurricane Canal's over here. The Hurricane Canal is over on that side. Hurricane Canal, you can see the cement right down there. That's the Hurricane Canal down there. And again, the ditch right here to our left is the Hurricane Canal. The sun's just starting to come out. It's about 8:20. The cool thing about this hike too is there's a lot of different informational things. So this will talk a little about that Hurricane Canal that we just saw. And you can see right there is the canal. the canal, which they've improved. This must be a part where it broke quite a bit because there's a little turn right there. So they probably came through and fixed that, put a little cement up there as the years went on. Again, this was finished in 1904, and we just saw some cement on it that had a marking of 1954 in it. So, and again, the canal was running all the way up to the late 80s, early 90s. So they've been doing work on it for, 100 years, about before it became obsolete. So every now and then you can kind of tell where the canal would break in spots, and it'd be fixed with cement. Yeah, right here is a little cement on the or rock work on the outside. So that was never cemented, but we're gonna be heading all the way around over there. So off to the left over there, Jude, up ahead is going to be the Chinatown wash, is what it's called. Yeah, there's a big pipe we're going to be walking across in a second here, and 3 caves we'll be going into, and then there's even a flume I think we walk across too. But so we're just right around the bend. I'll keep this on until we get around the bend and show you what the Chinatown wash looks like, and then straight ahead and over that way is where we're going to end up going. But see, the canal can't just go straight across that long way, so it's got to be go around this little cliff band here. So we're going to keep following it. No, it's just what they called it when they built it. You'll see. But if you didn't want to go across, you can actually go down and take this little road area and bypass the flumes and the pipe and just go right back up right there. But I don't mind it. It's not too scary or anything. So. If you are fearful of heights, it's probably not going to be something you'd want to do, because the pipe itself is maybe just a few feet wide with just the drop off on each side. So, but we're heading over that way right now. We're coming up also on another spot where they can let water out of the ditch if they wanted to, which is right here. They would empty it right where Judy's holding on to right now, and lift the gate. The water would flow from there and just head right back down to catch up with the river in there. So
this is, as I was telling them, this is the start of the fun part. Okay, you got to go across that excuse me, that pipe, and then into that narrow opening into the tunnel. But the good news is, after that narrow opening, even I can stand up straight most of that tunnel. So, but then the next tunnel, I can't stand up straight. So there's a series of 3 tunnels here, and yes, you probably should go through all of them. I'll go through a bypass trail in the last one, but I wouldn't recommend it to most. It's you got to do some planning.
Here goes Judy across the pipe.
This next one gets there. need it for this one. Yeah, there was a fire here. You can see these posts on this side of the farm.
Made it out.
Wow.
What'd you think? All right, coming to tunnel number 2.
Yes, we do go through this. Tap granite, orange meat.
Just about to the end here. Got a low overhead. Gotta stay low.
Go ahead.
Now we're gonna go to the third tunnel. Right through here.
So if you want to go again. I'll grab you that.
We're now coming up on the Chinatown flume that we're gonna cross right there. There's a cool close-up look at that. What do you think, Jude? You ready to cross the flume?
It's so cool.
From the cave? Yeah.
Didn't the guy say that there's 2 more caves with bats in them?
Yeah. Yep. 2 more caves with bats.
Are we gonna go through those?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yes. I see a bat right now.
We'll see if we see any.
Oh.
There's a look at that pipe we just crawled across, and the cave we went through right there. What's that, Jude?
Did this hike cost money?
What's that?
Did this hike cost money?
No.
Okay, so it was free?
No, this was a tour with Peach Days in Hurricane. So, didn't cost any money, Judy asked.
That's fun. Yay.
But mostly I'm below, a little below just about
Made it.
Yep.
Nice job. Good job, Jude. All right, Judy, what do you think so far?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good, she says. Down below us is a pump station. Take water from there, and I believe that's where it goes to Quail. And if you look down below, let me zoom in, you can see what used to be called the Paw Tempe Hot Springs. It used to be a really world famous resort right there. It's a hot spring that comes out of the ground, and they just made something where they have pumped that to a resort that you can basically go take a nice little I don't know, relaxing bathe in a hot pool. But right down there is the Paw Tempe Hot Springs. The trail just keeps coming around here, right around the cliff. This is still the canal on our left hand side, another diversion dam right here. Water comes out, yeah. Judy's hopping across. So we're still on our way out. We just have about another, not quite a mile, maybe a mile left is all. And that's where we're headed, right over that way. So I'm hiking on the rim of the canal, and Judy's hiking through what used to be water there in the canal. So she's swimming right now. You swimming, Jude?
Yep.
All right. We're about ready to head through the bat cave. Dun dun dun. All right.
I'm scared.
Why don't you scare all the bats out for me, Jude?
Roar. I'm gonna eat you. Holy cow.
Here we go through a cave.
Can you turn your flashlight?
I don't know that I can, but I'll go first if you want me to go first. It's a little bit low. You can see the roof kind of caving down. I'm hunching over a little bit. Of course, I'm 6'4", so it's a little bit short for me. Do you have to hunch over, Jude?
Yeah, I'm 5'5".
Judy's hunching over. She's 5'5", and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe I should coin that phrase. And here we are through the first, well, not first cave, but we got a few more to come up here. Actually, there's another one. I think I'm gonna stay down low, actually. Stay down low here, Jude.
Look what I found.
What'd you find?
I don't know what it is. It's like crystal of some sort.
Oh, those are cool rocks.
Some sort of crystal. Interesting.
We can actually smell the sulfur in the air from the Paw Tempe Hot Springs below us. If you know that smell, it's kind of a putrid smell. What is it, Jude?
Going through everything.
Yeah, here comes another really cool flume
This is the last cave.
that leads into the tunnel. Yeah, and then we'll be heading out, going up the hill on the left-hand side pretty soon.
Wow, it's really low.
Little low branch, little low log. That's a cool looking build right there. You can see rock slides right here have crushed some of the end of it. Get out and then take a look back through it. Here's from this end right here. That's really cool. The time it took to make that right there. To keep the water flowing. All right. Paw Tempe Hot Springs are below us. They actually add a significant heat to the river. If you hike the river above the hot springs versus below it, you can feel the temperature change of the river. It's pretty cool. In fact, the river stays warm enough where you can actually go in the river in the winter time, even when it's cold outside, the water feels reasonably warm because of the hot springs that add to it. Now it's not going to be a hot river or anything like that because so much water is being pushed into the river from before the hot springs, but it increases the temperature significantly, so, or at least noticeably. Here's another video of the actual resort, of the Patempi resort that used to be. And again, the bridge that leads from Hurricane to Laverkin in southern Utah. And we're just about to the exit point of this hike. We'll be climbing up those cliffs just there. But yeah, thought I'd show you another little picture of the resort down below us. Still got the canal here on our left, and the bridge with cars running across it right there, going from Hurricane to Laverkin. All right, we're coming to the exit point of the canal hike, where you head back up and you can get to your car at the Hurricane Hill trailhead, where we put our car this morning. And I'll kind of show you what it looks like, because it can be easy to miss. We're still hiking along the canal here. And you can see there are some trees there, just some dead trees on the right here. These trees right here is kind of what you're looking for. Plus, when obviously you're getting close when you see that bridge I just videoed. And right here on the other side is the trail that leaves right up here. We'll follow Judi out. And there's even a small sign that you wouldn't see if you're just hiking on the canal, but it's back over here. They should probably put a sign, maybe like right there to let you know. But those trees right there are kind of the tall tale sign. And you can of course see houses here in the distance. Once you get to town, you know, to kind of head up the hill. Now it's just to climb out. We'll be gaining elevation from here till we get to the top of Hurricane Hill. Judi's our fearless leader. And we'll be back to our car in no time. We're still on the trail out, and you can see the trail is a little less defined on the way out, but now that we're up here, here goes Jude taking the lead again. You can see the cell phone tower that we parked by in the distance. I'll zoom in right there. So that's going to be kind of our reference point in case the trail gets too hard to see, but you can kind of see where you're supposed to go now, through the sagebrush. We'll turn it back on when we get to the car and have a little review. Well, Judi, we made it back to our original trailhead where we were this morning.
Yep.
Let's I'll show you this. These are all the cars are parked, and we got Hurricane, the city of Hurricane, in the background. But what did you think?
It was awesome. That was really cool. I really seen nothing like it before. It's cool.
And Judi's 11. This was her longest hike she's ever done. This is about a 5.7 mile hike, I guess it was. But it's pretty easy. There's some spots where there's some slippery debris, some rock and stuff like that, and the uphill at the end is not bad, but it gets you sweating a little bit. Judi said, what'd you say about the downhill? The downhill was hard for you at the beginning.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, there's some steep parts and just, I couldn't really do it easy.
Yeah. The downhill can be a little bit slippery if you're not used to it, but great hike. That's the Hurricane Canal hike.